Okay, what's up, my gravy babies, and welcome back to Divinity. What's this? Oh, the origins of Lucian.
I shall not mourn till war is done. I
Oh,
shall not weep while blood still runs. I'll hold my tears when weeping comes. Who shall avenge you, darling one?
they even made little tunes. This is a pretty well-made game, to be honest. At least it feels that way. Except for the part where, like, you can't kill children.
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Oh. Why you got a fucking explosive trap through the middle of your camp? What's over here? Audrey and Fulton.
Somewhere better than here,
What
maybe.
the hell? Oh.
That rainbow's beautiful.
The couple notice you approach. The man offers a cheery smile.
Greetings.
Greetings. The only thing worth knowing is that you should get...
Audrey, it's true. There's nothing for us in this place.
The man half shrugs and half nods, agreeing to disagree.
The open road.
Fulton. Our business is our business.
The man nods.
We don't know where we're going, but we're definitely not going back. There's no reason for...
Okay, don't go back unless you have a death wish. I guess there's no reason to
I
kill
wonder
them
where it
right
leads.
now.
Somewhere better than here, maybe.
So I might as well not. Wow, seems to be an interesting place over here. I might as well go through this bridge, I suppose. I mean, I could go back this way towards the Magister's house. You know, let's go towards the Magister's house and go across the bridge. I think that'll be a good choice. Unless we just walk through a bunch of traps and hurt ourselves. Gribbit. Oh, he's so cute. Let's have Fane talk to him. Hello, Gribbit. Uncle Fane's coming to say hi.
Oh my god, you're ugly!
Okay, let's kill them all.
You turn milk green and a Magister's red coat black. My Mistress Alice might fancy you, though. She has a taste for the odd. If she ever makes it back, the Magisters with the red coats chased her into the...
Oh,
Here be witchery. Trespass not.
trespass not. I wonder if you can just pick this lock.
Smells of lavender and charred flesh. It's almost homely. Almost.
You're not a weird guy at all. Huh. Witch's eye?
Is that her eye? Did she pluck out her own eye?
Apparently. Well, better make sure to steal your stuff. Steal her bones. Fly a garlic white and red. You should eat it. You'll drop dead. Mix it, brew it, and potions distilled. Then coat your weapons. Kill, kill, kill. Okay. Oh, there's a hidden compartment over here. Fane, you should pick this. Nope, thievery level is too low. How unfortunate. Hopefully this frog won't tattle on us. What is that? Restless Scarecrow.
The wind is a gentle kiss. Come, feel it.
Is he trying to talk that other scarecrow?
Traveler, you are sick at heart and weary of limb. Come here, rest with me in the sun.
This guy is pretty creepy.
Dear child, you sacrifice too much. You need peace, rest. Come here and stay with me a while.
A great pounding suddenly erupts in your chest. Your inner god roars and bellows, an incoherent, maddening cacophony.
It is awful how she treats you. She asks so much and gives so little in return. I am the only one who cares. She will say otherwise. She always does. And in the end, she'll betray you. Don't play her game. Think of yourself. Rest here. The sun is golden. No one will bother you. This moment can last forever, if you let it.
A sudden weariness washes over, bone deep and as irresistible as a strong current.
Don't fight it.
No.
This is how it's supposed to be. Sleep now. When you wake... I only wanted to give you rest, not pain. Now, I leave you to my children.
Is he part of
They
the
are
void?
I am sorry. Truly.
I guess he's not necessarily bad. Maybe. Huh. It's just, I guess it's too much to hope for, and your enemies are more powerful than you. Level 12. Holy shit. Ah, this isn't good. Huh. I did my... what? Oh, it's because he's terrified, I guess? So many fucking curses. Rest in fucking peace, Bone Widow, I guess. Oh. Oh. Okay, yeah. That thing is definitely too strong for me. Let me just... yeah, that was painful. Holy shit. Oh. try to meet with the scarecrow, everything just goes terribly. Okay, guys, hold on. I'm gonna go check something. Okay, so anyways, we're going to go this way, I guess? Holy shit. This cross was... Pretty sure this cross was just better. Because it's so much higher level. Damage is 40 to 49 right now. Okay. Why does this wooden pitchfork deal so much damage? $29 to 35. I feel like I'm in an awkward area. I think I'm supposed to go across the bridge before I visit this land. This seems to be the land of level.
What's wrong with that bird?
Let's talk to the chicken.
Oh, I'd give up my wings for a respite from this pestilence. A rare, highly prized breed called... my feathers are molting. My wing...
It painstakingly attempts to flap its wings to no effect. You catch a glimpse of its weak little torso. A faint glow emits from within it, like a cooling ember.
A phoenix? Cut back on whatever you're drinking. I'm in no mood to be made fun of. Not in this condition. I'd know if I was a...
The bird stares at you.
All right, do it. Burn me. But may the flames consume you too if you're...
Burn the bird. Okie dokie.
Is it dead? An egg? A phoenix egg?
Phoenix, yes. See, I was
The
right.
egg is warm to the touch, but not from the ashes. This warmth comes from deep within the egg. The egg is smooth and glossy dark, like some rare volcanic mineral. From deep within its core, a fiery glow pulsates, almost like a heartbeat.
Okay, so we helped the ugly little chicken by giving it magical powers.
The egg is warm. The egg is smooth and glossy.
This egg was born of fire itself. It's earned its place in the world. Keep it safe, I say.
A delicacy fit for an emperor.
Eat it.
This could be the only egg of its kind in Riverlon for all we know. It should be kept safe.
A precious find indeed. I shall preserve it. After all, its taste...
Let's not eat the phoenix egg. That sounds like a fucking awful idea.
Old friend, what have you become?
That was a lot of dialogue to go through. Let's come over here, I suppose. Apparently Gareth's over here, so that's lovely. Some arrow shafts.
Jonathan, how long has it been?
Gareth looks to the limp body at his feet, Then to you, sword raised.
I knew I'd see him again. I wish it hadn't been like this. Indeed, yet more than that. His name is Jonathan. He is... I led him here. I felt someone's gaze on me from almost the very moment I stepped foot on the coast. Lucian taught never to ignore all... I came here and waited. The door swung open and it was him. A face I hadn't seen since I was called to the Seekers. He didn't... Now...
Gareth raises his blade and tightens his grip, but falters. He cannot strike the final blow.
Save your kudos. I wasn't brave. I was a coward. I should have buried my blade in him. And I couldn't bring myself to do it. You want me to drag a wight across the coast in viewing distance of a dozen magisters and get a tongue lashing from Malady as a reward? I have not lost all sense, I assure you.
Gareth's fingers open and close around his sword's hilt. His breathing slows and his face relaxes, yet his arm remains suspended. Gareth lowers his arm and...
I know a safe place nearby, away from the creatures of the... I pray he remembers what we were, and what we still might be, should...
Because if he doesn't, he's gonna be one dead motherfucker. That's all I'm gonna say. Now what is this?
Before you lies a primitive altar to the Seven, apparently constructed during a bygone era. Something about it appeals to you, as the stones appear to be just that. Apart from a few faded red stains across the top, the air stirs, as though someone had... A voice rises around you, its source unclear. Fractured whispers surround you. God woken. The word flutters against your ear. You are my champion. You cannot... A jolting sensation pierces your heart. As the shock fades, you realize the whispers shuffle away and the air...
Oh. Wonderful. Okay, let's go over to the Paladin Bridgehead. Let's just save that walking time. Let's go across the bridge. Because everything over there is level 12 and I'm like level 8. What? Huh? What? Who shot that and why? Strange, but okay.
They beat all those Voidwoken. I'm impressed.
So many traps. My god. Well, at least they're in plain sight. Oh, there's a beehive. There's a bone. We're getting closer to the bridge. Tarquin. Tension low. Huh. What's Tarquin doing over here? This looks like a fucking creepy place.
Look who's come. Oh, but you do get around, don't you?
This is the guy with all this shit to sell, of course.
He takes a satisfied sniff and rubs his hands together. His lips stretch into a mischievous smirk.
When it comes to graveyards, I'm a kid in a candy shop. All sorts of goodies and gewgaws for the taking. And a bit of rousing conversation. If you know where to dig, that is. Well, it's not just decomposing flesh and bone dust underfoot, you know.
He presses a forefinger.
You understand enough, and there is something my heart, such as it is set on. Well, that's the gold-plated question. Somewhere in this graveyard lies an belonged to a family buried near here. The Surreys. And old Joanna was the last. The poor, poor, poor dear. Problem is, no one knows what this object is. Only that it's an astounding piece of work. Seems Joanna took its secrets to her grave.
His coy grin.
Hours spent on
Tarquin sighs, and his lips unfreed.
It pains me to say, but you've talents in the adventuring department that I do not. This heirloom could prove valuable for both of us. It's a quandary, you see. I tried. I really did. But the servants that tend the grave, the spirits within are particularly feisty as well. Can't say why. I'm as gentle as can be. I've told you everything you need to... everything I know. What it is doesn't matter. What it does...
He looks toward the...
Let's make this easy. I'll assume you've accepted my... The Surrey tomb must be somewhere nearby. I do wish I could wander inside. It would be...
I'll just assume you've accepted my mission.
So close, yet so far away.
These things look fairly frightening. I saw like something walk past the door, I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure they were like a way higher level than me. Level 11, what level am I? Level 9. Do I have to go through this? Or is there gonna be like...
Something isn't right here. It could be an ambush.
Oh. I didn't even see the dead lizard.
The curtain drops, Your Highness. Shadows to shadows.
Ah! No shadow can eclipse the spouse of the sun.
There he is.
Damn! I sensed something nearby.
Oh shit, there's two of them. Holy shit. Fane just got one shot. He's level 12. Here's another one. Oh. You know, there clearly seems to be something wrong. Who knows what, though, of course. It... That's a tilter. Am I dumb? Cause I really do. I feel dumb. Okay.
Ah, you again. Any luck in old lady? Oh, goodness. Take a few.
These guys are level 12 as well, though. Maybe there's something in a lower leveled area you can do. Oh yes, let's just go back across this bridge. We'll go to the Meister's house.
Come here.
Okay, at least I found the Meister's house. Some gold.
The Meister sits slumped in a chair, looking around the room as she works her shoulder with one hand.
Damnable red cloak baboons ransacking my wardrobes, as if I would keep ancient valuable secrets in a pile with my unmentionables.
She takes a deep breath, and with a twist, a click, and a screech of pain, she shoves her shoulder back into its socket.
I swear by the seven, if we...
Reaching across the table, she pulls a bowl of hot water towards her and fishes some bandages.
At least the barbarians, no offense to you, my well-odoured friend, were unable to club their way into my vault. Everything you need should be safe. Apparently I had a claw in murdering their darling divine-in-waiting Alexander.
The Meister wrenches the bandage, pulling the fabric tight against her wound. She winces before tying it off in a neat knot, but you can see the red stain already spreading across the...
Never mind that. That I was here the entire time. Apparently my cunning transcends time, space, and combat.
Meister Siva freezes, her eyes locked on you, her claws mid-swipe, cutting a new stretch of bandage.
Why on earth should I have thought anything else? Not that I was sorry to hear about his death. I doubt my grin helped matters during the interrogation. It is not enough to be God-woken in order to...
As she speaks, the Meister uncorks a vial of shimmering liquid, sauce. She stares at the empty spot on her palm for a long moment before turning back to you, continuing as if nothing had happened.
A process by which God-woken may ascend. It begins with discovering your deepest... We shall begin once we have the tools we need from my vault. You may have been chosen God-woken. Come, God-woken. It is time to see just how awake you are. Fortunately, the Magisters pay as much attention to art as they do to fashion.
So that...
Kindly remove that painting from the wall.
T is for troll. Feats of the Four. An apple. The origins of Lucian. What fucking did that painting? I didn't do shit. What? I'm gonna ransack your wardrobes too. Is there any point in this? Like, oh, I can just put stuff in it. Okay, I see. Well, that could have been helpful to know. Oh, this painting. Okay.
I pray my instructions will not be... Your talent for following simple instructions fills me with... Push the button.
Now,
kindly
a stone door lies flush with the floorboards. Etched whorls in the granite frame a delicate rotary dial. Gleaming under the dim light, them taking your time, you carefully enter the combination.
Tries to force my way in instead.
Your time...
Lots of wine barrels down here.
Ancient runes? Weird contraptions? This place is an alchemist's dream.
Feel free to look about while I catch my breath. Come speak to me when you wish to proceed. And try not to break anything in the...
The Meister is examining her wounds, prodding at this.
Do you know what it means to have the power of the divine, Godwoken?
She has so much gold, I want it all. What? Oh.
Meister Siever's stare bores into your soul.
Indeed, some people seem to think so. Mostly.
The Meister rests her hand on her arm, where one of her wounds has just reopened.
I pray you're more idiot than mad dog. It would be a shame to expend all this effort just to see you put down. I hope so. To accept divinity is to accept responsibility for... If granted divinity, you would have the power of all seven. But make no mistake, the divine cannot use his power for anything else. Very well then.
Sure.
The ritual itself is quite simple. Drop some blackroot in the bowl, mix in a little blood, set the concoction of... Ignore any feelings of dizziness, burning in your lungs, or a dire sense of existential dread. Everything you need is here. Ingredients in the cupboard. Source in the glowing fountain. Ritual in the tome by the bookcase. Even an incinerator to...
The Meister looks back at her wounds, curiously prodding them as fresh blood oozes out, staining her claws.
Quite. Mind you, being torn asunder by a void...
The Meister points sharply to the...
And do not lose anything. These ingredients are rare indeed. I'm not...
I don't know. Why don't I just... There you go. Okay. Incinerator control valve. Oh. I just turn it. Okay. Grab a bowl. Some rhymes. I guess this. Notes. Oh. There, heavy things can go to other people. Okay. Place a single piece of blackroot in the ritual bowl. Draw blood with obsidian lancet and sprinkle it on the root. Set the bowl on fire. Ensure you have sufficient source. Inhale the smoke. Blackroot in the ritual bowl and then blood. Okay. Interesting. Sure. Some healing potions. A deuce ahead. Well, it'd be great if I had polymorph. Hungry flower scroll. Okay, well, let's go ahead and save this so I don't fuck this ritual up. So how do I know what's the ritual bowl? Ingredient covered. Let's go ahead and get
Opening the door, you see a selection of ingredients. After a quick rummage, you spot the black. You gather up the black root, obsidian lance, and ancient bowl.
combine this with okay, hold up. Black root looks like that. So combine this. Black root and obsidian lance. Ritual bowl. Now I have a ritual bowl. Hopefully.
As you suck the smoke deep into your lungs, your vision starts to swim and cloud. There is an intense pounding in your head, and you can feel the world fading. As the world fades away, you lose all sense of being grounded. You reach out, but you could feel yourself falling slowly, sinking into the depths of your own soul.
It's the recess of my soul, but it looks like the Hall of Echoes.
Dun 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 dun. Hello, sexy. What's up?
Bathed in the half-light of these starless barrens, you spot a figure you could only describe as a second self. It looks haggard and weak, its very voice but a feeble echo of your own.
My chosen, come closer, so that you may see me, as I truly am. You will see.
The apparition clasps your face in its shaking hands. You suddenly feel your eyes tingle. Everything becomes brighter, sharper. Blacks and whites become glorious bursts.
Blind eyes, shine bright. Speak the spell, and see.
Spirit visions. Cast the spell regularly to reveal a hidden world of ghosts lingering in the mortal realm. Um. Oh.
Guards the strange mirror image of yourself. Before you stands the goddess Zolstissa in all her spectral glory.
You know me now, don't you? I saved you from drowning. Your god-woken soul is my last refuge, my last
Zolstissa nourishes herself from the source that abounds in your presence. You feel it deep down inside yourself.
Ah, yes. Just what I needed. I tell you, dying just doesn't become a god. The void itself is hunting down the gods, leeching us. We're battling for our very survival. It's a battle we're losing. And should we truly lose, or, well, sort of. But by all means, you must realize that our fates are now as one. Just as our souls are now as one. We are I. Together we are a force to be reckoned with. But if we seek to survive the onslaught of the void, we stand no chance unless we become... That means there is but one place we can go. The Well of Ascension. It is a lake. A pool of pure... We gave them up freely to create the first divine. Each of us donated half. That is where the road to divinity leads. And you must be the first to reach it at all costs. There you touch upon the void is stronger than ever. A new divine won't be enough. You need to go. Only he who claims everything will be everything. The void's doom. This world's liberate. It's very simple, really. But of course, that is what they are saying to their own god woken as we speak. Only one can become a god strong enough to safeguard our... So make no mistake, my champion. Chances are the road, but don't let that dismay you. For these sins will be washed clean by the knowledge you committed them to save all of it. They will be at your mercy, which is so fret not, but revel in the promise of the lake. Our journey will be fraught with peril. It is a pilgrimage of challenges that will require you to command source, like only a god-woken can.
Laughter rolled.
You flatter me, my chosen. But if all I had to do... We are I now. The spells you need to know I will teach you when you are ready. But so, return to Rivellon, and seek out these... Once you have, you may return to me here. And so much more. But I'm no longer who I once was, bound to you as I've become. Something that'll make you understand that source is... It is a... You have the vision of a god. Speak the spell during your peregrinations. Best of luck.
Okay. So, she gave us spirit eyes, and now we can see ghosts. Is that it?
Go now.
Oh.
The Meister stares intently at you. Her eyes are tight.
Still alive? Gods above, there might be something to you after all.
She leans in. Her
Tell me, what did you see? What do you know?
She stares intently for a moment.
You didn't have enough sauce, did... That is... unfortunate. And I fear I am just as much use. The river of my source has been dammed, so we must seek alternatives. Alas, the only source masters not yet hauled off to Fort Joy or turned into meat puppets are those too dangerous or cunning for the magic sorcerers that allowed their power to corrupt them. Many are wicked, cruel, vile, and generally not good teacher material, but we may have no others. You will not be there long, I assure you. However, it is the path we walk, no...
The Meister doubles over in a violent coughing fit, struggling for breath.
No matter what is asked of you, you must Learn from them. The Magisters have kept ledgers with all known sorcerers, especially the powerful ones not yet captured, but do be careful not to get caught. I was their guest for it. And if their barracks turns out to be as empty as their skulls, just try to keep an ear to the ground.
As she speaks, one of her wounds reopens. A dark...
I wish there was more I could do, but in this condition, I would be more a hindrance than a boon. Godspeed, and...
I could be an asshole if I really wanted. That's good. Can use this. There we go. Oh, might as well give everyone some stories, right? Diosaurus. Okay, everyone's all sourced out. Now let's talk to a ghost.
The spirit of an elegant elven woman
You can see me. I am the Meister's apprentice. I study under her, but I do not learn. I hear tales. Meister tells me it cannot happen, that I am not God-woken. But no air fills my lungs, only fire. When the darkness falls, I cannot...
The spirit looks at you regretfully.
It is hard to hear of such power, and not covet it for yourself.
Oh, she was dead, little bitch. Sad. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. We became God-woken. Yeah! Woo! Goodbye!